making fly also.
So happy to be here at HopFly, Danny Brams. I'm glad that we were muted to start, though, because that way we didn't have to hear Danny Brams singing, although he's got a great voice.
Right.
So what's up, everybody? Let's just set the scene. We're at HopFly here. Charlotte FC is kicking off in just about 35 minutes, and we've got great news. Danny, Liel Abada is making his full debut just as we predicted.
It's about a time, baby. It's
It
about
is.
a time. Like John Lennon once saying, you're playing those mind games forever. Yeah, Dino played a little mind games, put it out there. The thing that was so cool, like, he put it out there, man. He was like, he instantly answered the question, oh, he's not ready to start. When the question was asked this week in his press appearance. And so he played it off so cool. So he really sold it. But when it came down to it, he had to play Abada to his full debut tonight. And I wonder if when Dino first walked into the learning zone on Thursday and came in to say that he wasn't sure if Abada would be able to start, that was before he had heard what Caleb Porter had to say. So we got a theory from a tremendous friend of the show, Russell Barner. Thank you, Russell, for always being such a great interactor with this show. He put a theory out that Dino changed his mind after the Caleb Porter quote and said, you know what? Fuck around and find out. We're going to put Abada in from the start, and you're going to see.
I'm always here for a good theory, and that's
Love a
as good
theory.
as any.
Thank you, Russell.
We're so pumped to be here. We've got some tremendous friends of the show here with us. Justin Kurtz is going to join us. He's been on the pregame show before. We have a special guest. We're expecting a special guest live from Gillette Stadium. We hope to bring you that here very, very soon. But first, Danny.
We have someone in the stadium that's ready to correspond. We just don't know if they have Wi-Fi at Gillette Stadium because it's like out in the middle of nowhere. So I don't even know if he's going to be able to get service. We'll see. And we hope to bring you that.
What are you drinking here pregame at HopFly?
I'm drinking the Fresh Drop Fridays. You know how I do at HopFly. This is the Heaps. The Heaps is a New Zealand IPA. Shout out to the Kiwis in the house. We love you.
Yes, we do.
Down under, baby. I would love to go there someday. I plan to someday. Don't have the plane ticket yet. But this is the Heaps. It's amazing New Zealand IPA. And then I got the other Fresh Drop, the Nimbus.
He's double fisting.
The Nimbus, the hazy IPA. You know, I was hanging out with someone yesterday that I had met for the first time, and they said, "I pegged you for a hazy IPA guy, Bram." Like, yeah, guilty as charged.
The Nimbus is fantastic. It's Fresh Drop Friday. There's 3 beers every week that are new at HopFly, and that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to celebrate the fact that we've got this beautiful hazy IPA. It's got some mango taste, a peach taste. It's really good. It says sweet on the board, Danny. I know you were afraid of it, the sweetness a little bit, but it's not too sweet, is it?
No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. The peach actually is a nice offset. Makes the haziness a little less bitter. Johnny, they've been looking at us. They've been looking at this crowd long enough. I got to put this back up on the screen, though. Let's look at the 11. Let's talk about the 11. What do you think, man? You look at this. Obviously, we kind of had a feeling once Byrne popped up as questionable that Lindsey probably gets his chance. I don't think Byrne is hurt. I think it's just soreness and just general fatigue. Why run Byrne out there on a cold night in New England where you don't have to? Jalen finally comes in.
I'm so happy for Jalen Lindsey, Danny Brams.
I love it.
Let's just start there, right?
Jalen
Lindsey
Why
at the
wouldn't we
right
start
back position, his first start of the season. You mentioned it, Nathan Byrne being questionable. I think this is a really, really smart choice by Dean Smith. And you published a short to our YouTube page.
You know how I do it.
That made me so thrilled. You asked Dean Smith about Jalen Lindsey, and his answer was even better than the question.
Yeah, when he talked about how Jalen has been the model citizen in camp and working harder than ever, and it's literally just a case of Byrne performing so well that it's kept Jalen out of the lineup up till now, but now it's time. How about we got people in DFW? We got friends of the show that had to fly to Texas today, and now they're checking in live with us. That's what this show, that's what this community, that's what Tifos are all about. The OG, the original live stream pregame show here in Charlotte, and we love it. How about, so this is a troll. We do have a troll in the house, my good friend Sean. He's a huge, massive Carlos Hill fan because Carlos Hill has won him so much money basically, like, he owes Carlos Hill thousands and thousands of dollars for what Carlos has done for him. So Sean's in trolling, but we're going to make Carlos Hill into our little bitch boy tonight.
I'd like to say that the New England ownership group also owes Hill. But he doesn't sell any tickets, Danny.
Right, exactly.
I mean, this game tonight,
exactly.
This game is going to look like a closed-door match.
I would say that Sean Newsham, my buddy, has made more money off of Carlos Hill than Robert Kraft has, for sure. Because nobody goes into New England, for sure.
Thank you. So if you could put that starting line
Let's put it back up. I just want to show people the scene. I want to something a little different. By the way, our New England correspondent has checked in. I see a little birdie down there that we're going to talk to in just a second.
Is he pitch side?
He's pitch side, baby. He's pitch side.
Wow,
we're going to be pitch side live in just a moment. Only Charlotte Soccer Show can bring you this.
So let's just start again. You mentioned Abada, and one big decision that Dean Smith had this week was, is it going to be Patrick Ajima or is it going to be designated player Enzo Capetti? Both players at full fitness, and Patrick Ajima getting the nod to me is a major statement.
So it is, except until you consider one thing, and this is what I started to get with, because this one was way harder to wrestle with. You knew that the mind games were on. You kind of predicted that Abada was going to be get the start, despite what Dean said on Thursday. Then you were a little more questionable over what was going to happen with Copetti and Ajman. But here's where I finally made my decision. We're in New England, dude. Patrick is from New England. He's got family in the house. Greg Franco, stalker extraordinaire of the Charlotte FC community, he is sitting next to Ajman's family in the stadium. We're going to have a bigger contingent of fans than New England does. And I'm so happy to see Pat run out there.
I like where you're coming from. But there is no way, shape, or form that Dean Smith is deciding who plays striker for him based on where somebody is from, Danny. I just don't see it happening that way. I think it's a good story. Don't get me wrong. I think that it's great that Patrick Ajman can play in front of his family. But the reason why Patrick Ajman, Danny, is getting the start is because Enzo Cabetti's not getting it done. It has nothing to do with Patrick Ajman being from New England.
I'm saying it's the tiebreak. I'm saying it's the tiebreak on a close call. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's the decision-making factor. I'm just saying that it's a nice little story, like you said. I'm just repeating what you said. Let's bring in our guy.
Should we try to see if we can hear Nick? We can see him. Let's see if we can hear him.
All right. The man for the podcast, just the man himself. Nick, you're pitch side. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Fantastic, brother.
Doing fantastic. Nick, give us a scene set there. What's it like there? What does the crowd look like? What are you expecting tonight? You've seen the starting lineup. Give us a pitch side report.
Yeah, so here at Gillette, you can see behind me, guys are out there. What's pretty cool about what I've seen so far is they're seeing very loose. Down to the substitutes and those people we have, they just seem very energetic and playing very fast.
If you're thinking about this match tonight, Nick, right? You're in the house. It's a New England team that hasn't won a match yet this season. Is this the best opportunity that Charlotte FC has had yet to get 3 points on the road?
Oh, definitely. It's been very, very. I don't know. All the stuff that's been happening this week with Coach Porter and what he said earlier, and then the backing off of that, and I just think it's fueled this to be a must-win, especially for Charlotte. And this is one they can take. We all talked about the starting lineup. I think we got a good chance with that group, and substitutes. We got plenty of firepower, so we just need to get some goals. This is a place where it can happen.
Yeah, as much as I love that starting lineup, I also like that bench a lot. I think the bench is going to have some firepower. And shout out to your son Eli there, Nick. I love that you're turning this into a father-son activity on this awesome trip to New England you got going. I want to say, how's the crowd there? We've been talking trash on the crowd like this whole time, but are we correct? Did we nail it? Is there no one there? How's the crowd?
Hey, sorry guys, it's hard to hear you. I don't know.
How is the crowd? How's the crowd?
The music's kind of loud. There's not many people in the stadium, so I don't know if I'm talking over you right now. But you can see behind me, not many. It just started to rain, but it definitely got cooler. I think they're ready to go.
He's Nick Finelli. He's pitch side. Nick, if you can hear us, I've got one last question for you on the show. I know you've got a busy night tonight covering this squad. What's your prediction? What do you think the final score is tonight, Nick?
So I think Abada's going to have a lot of good play tonight, just because I feel like getting the start on the road, maybe a little less kind of that first time playing. But this game is made for him to get those breaks.
Yes, it's a great report from Nick Finelli. Nick, I really appreciate you doing this pitch side tonight. It's an awesome thing to have on our pregame show here on Charlotte Soccer Show. He's Nick Finelli. He's the CLT SC podcast. Nick, it's great to have you on the show. We'll see you back here in Charlotte after we get 3 points. Cheers, Nick. That was fun.
And he's gone. I'm not going to. Someone did say, "Why isn't Nick wearing AirPods?" We'll ask him that when he gets back.
It's totally fine. Nick can do whatever he wants. He's joining Charlotte Soccer Show. Pitch side for New England. That was incredible. So that was our first guest of the show. We've got another guest coming up here. Justin Kurtz is with us. We've had Justin on the pregame show before. He's such a good.
Bring him in.
He's such a good talker.
Let's
bring him in. Justin, what's going on? Good to see you again.
What's going on,
Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Good to have you back here.
Cheers.
Had to bring out the blue and whites here.
I love
Everybody
the
else is
OG.
in black.
Well, it's an OG kind of night because it's the OG live stream show pre-game. So You're wearing the first ever kit. I'm actually wearing, if you don't mind me fashion modeling here for a second.
Oh, yeah.
This is the original OG first ever piece of Charlotte gear that you could ever buy in your life. I got this in the summer of 2021 at an event that Charlotte FC put together at some brewery that I've completely forgotten which brewery it was, but it was in Noda. And I had a great time, and this was the training shirt. They didn't have that jersey did not exist. Well, it probably existed, but it had not been revealed. I don't even think Christian Fuchs was signed at the point that I bought this thing. But what can you do? I decided to go OG tonight because it's an OG kind of night. Welcome to the show, Justin.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Great.
Welcome to the show. Danny's wearing something really cool.
Yeah.
Now you can go ahead.
It's important to get Danny's style on camera.
We just talked to Nick Finelli. He was pitch side up in New England. Really cool to talk to him and get his perspective on the match. Right? He talked about this being a huge night for the Abada. We've got to start there, don't we?
Yeah. I mean, he's been here a week. He's already gotten 20 minutes, 25 minutes for us, and we have an opportunity now. He's going to go 90. There's no way he doesn't go 90 tonight.
You're predicting 90?
I don't think there's any way he comes off the pitch. I think he absolutely goes 90 for us. I think he's a goal scorer tonight. He's so excited.
I like that.
I think he missed an opportunity to lay a ball off to Capetti last week. But he's got a week now in training. He's got a skill level, I think, that you haven't seen for Charlotte FC before.
It's exciting.
I'm very excited.
How could you not be, right? We've been watching this team so far this season.
Yeah.
It's 2-2-2. Yeah. And it's a chance to get above 500 here tonight.
Finally.
Against one of the
Would that be the first time in club history that we had a record above 500?
I guess
actually, no, the win against NYCFC. The first game. We were,
Yeah.
I think that was the first time in club history we ever had a winning record.
Yes, I agree.
But if we want to be a good team in this league, this is a game we got to win.
100%.
This is a team that is struggling in New York Revolution or New England Revolution. They're not good right now. The pieces aren't put together. We have to win this week. I hate saying game we got to have a must win.
I was waiting for those two famous words.
But this is as close this early in the season as you can get to a must win. Because this is a team.
A must win in April, the second week of April.
You got to kick bad teams in the throat if you're going to be a good team.
Well said. Very well said.
And this is an opportunity to kick a bad team in the throat.
Justin, this is how I always think about these matches and these results, right? I think about it from two perspectives. Number one, that this is a football club and they need to go on the road and get their first win of the season, and it's going to be difficult. But I also think about it from a fan point of view, from a supporter's point of view. We've got a big match here in Charlotte next week against Toronto, right? If Charlotte can get these 3 points on Saturday, all of a sudden you head into next Saturday at the Heat, and you start realizing, wait a minute, we could stack another 3 points
Right.
on top
Against the
of
wounded
the
Toronto.
7 that we just got.
Oh, by the
in
way,
previous 2
if
matches.
you haven't been paying attention, Insigne's been out
Yes.
injured, so he's not coming to Charlotte next week.
Yeah, and that was the only reason they managed to get
Right.
points off of us in Toronto was a wonder goal from Lorenzo Insigne. And so without him, and with the addition of Leo Abada,
Right.
we're in a
Good
great
trade.
position to pick up 6 points from 2 weeks. And
I know.
again,
That again makes us feel like a must win.
if you want to be a good team in this league, you got to pick up those points.
Oh, we're feeling good.
We are.
It's the
HopFly.
Charlotte Soccer Show.
Great beers out here.
Oh, yeah. What are you drinking on tonight,
Oh.
Justin?
I'm on the crunch time.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the classic.
Right.
It's clean. It's the kind of beer you can absolutely just crush. And
It's
got
crushable.
Popsicle.
Johnny's favorite word in beer is crushable.
Absolutely.
It certainly
You
is.
need it.
It's a Charlotte Soccer Show, pregame show, live here at HopFly. It's an OG pregame show. We're so pleased to be here. By the way, Danny, Final Four's on right now.
Right.
People are streaming in here.
Go Wolfpack.
The vibes are starting to chart upwards, if you will. And we've got our friend, Mint City Music,
Yeah.
the DJ here. Absolutely
this guy's
crushing.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, he was nice enough to play Peppers for us right when we started the show. That's pretty cool. So this guy knows. This guy, like, this is the first time I've, well, other than probably DJ Fannie Mae, but this is the first ever DJ I've seen in Charlotte rocking the social capital of Charlotte FC here. So I love that. Mint City Music. Give them some love on IG for sure.
No doubt, absolutely. So Dustin's here as well. Dustin's
Yeah.
hanging around. He goes, "We gotta
Justin's
come
in the
by."
house. Justin is like commenting on the live stream while he stands just off to the side of the live stream. We love that.
Hey, Dustin.
We absolutely love that. VIP's VIP is up north, I believe, and he says need a win in April, and that starts tonight. Exactly.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to get a win in April for this club.
It certainly would.
It certainly
Is Edward Hart streaming?
Bro, I got breaking news on the Charlotte Soccer Show. We've gone international. Edward Hart is streaming from South London, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers to you, Edward. You're the freaking man. It's got to be, what, 11:15 out there? Maybe you're
Yeah.
maybe I'm not sure, but God bless you.
In South London, maybe he was at the Crystal Palace, Manchester City.
When Crystal Palace was the
Earlier
lead,
today.
man, I thought I was having something else.
Very excited.
It's a great day of soccer, right?
It
I think what's really cool about MLS, right, is we prepare for this 7:30 slate.
Right.
We talk to.
I can't finish the sentence for you, unfortunately. I have
Kevin Egan.
no
Kevin
idea
Egan.
where you're going.
We talked to Kevin Egan.
Oh, MLS 360. Oh,
We
Kevin
talked-
Egan's a man.
We talked to Kevin Egan.
Yeah, I
earlier
think he
this
wants to
week.
move to Charlotte. He told us after the stream. This is off record, but I'm going to say it. He said, "I'd rather live in Charlotte."
We talked to him and he said it's unprecedented what is happening tonight. And what that is 12 games kicking off at both 7:30 and 8:30. What I love about being an MLS fan and somebody that just loves soccer in general is I got up this morning at the crack ass of dawn so I could watch Norwich City versus Ipswich. And that was 12 hours ago at this point. And the soccer hasn't stopped today. And we're just about to get going, Danny Brown, with this match at 7:30. So let's dive back in here. If I could look at that starting
Let's
lineup
start
one
the
more
lineup
time.
again. You know, I know I'm pretty, but I am as pretty as this.
I want to talk about the midfield here. I want to talk about Jabril Diani. I want to talk about Ashley Westwood and Brek Diagre. Let's start with Brek Diagre. He's got something to prove tonight, doesn't he?
He has to, because he has not been what a 10 needs to be. There's been a lot of calls on social media about the 13 slot's got to be a 10 that can play better than Brek. I've got a lot of faith in him. I think he's a great player. I think he has a great opportunity to be the 10 going forward. But he's got to produce a little bit more consistently. He's got to link the play a little bit more consistently. I hope that Abada on the right, Vargas back on the left where he belongs, gives Diagre easier passing lanes so that he can turn, move it upfield a little bit quicker, and then be the late run into the box at the back post for these guys. But he's got to start doing it this match. If he doesn't, Arfield's on the bench. Arfield's coming back healthy.
Guys,
Scotty might take the 10 back from him.
I just got a little message. I texted, Nick Finelli texted me real quick, said, "Hey, thanks for bringing me on. Scotty looks amazing in warm-ups." He said Nick Finelli is pitch side predicting Scotty Arfield is going to make an impact off the bench in this lineup.
2 words. super sub.
Yeah.
Super sub.
That's what Scotty Arco is tonight. And just to pick up on your Breck Diagre point, right? And Danny and I were sitting about 15 rows behind the bench last week against Cincinnati with my father-in-law. It was great to have my father-in-law, Russell.
Shout out to Russell.
At the
Love you,
match,
man.
his first ever professional soccer match. And Breck was playing on that right side, right in front of us.
Yeah.
And Danny and I kept looking at each other and saying, man, Breck is gassed, right? When you play right wing, when you're playing the winger position, you're running a lot more than when you're playing in the pocket there in number 10, and you're kind of lingering in the middle of the pitch. So with Breck now kind of moving back into the middle of the pitch, he is definitely more suited for that tonight, and he's got something to prove. And when it comes to his midfield partnership there, his partners, if you will, with Diani and Westwood, I'm just going to raise my hand right now and say, I absolutely love this midfield pairing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Diani has been not just a diamond in the rough, right? He has been just an absolute loot of gold.
I brought you back on camera to raise your hand.
I gotta raise my hand.
I'll raise my glass.
I gotta say, I absolutely love Jabril Gianni.
Hell yeah.
If we can hit like this, let's keep going back to the French league. Because if
Right.
Yolanda and Diani
Right.
are going to come over,
Right.
like, I don't care. Let's make the whole team French. We got rid of the Polish side. Let's make it French. It's been so good so far.
Yeah, that.
We've got reports from Level Up Luke in the audience that Lloyd Sam has said that the Revolution players are rallying behind Caleb Porter's promise, which Caleb Porter already backed off of.
Is that another
In the meantime.
Is that another Queen City Soccer Show exclusive?
It might be. It might be. It's exclusive to anybody watching the Apple pregame, so you should be watching this one instead, or double screen. It's fine. But yeah, I love the fact that they're calling it El Promiso. Like the fact that Porter says this stupid promise comment. Dean absolutely roasts him without even trying.
Yeah.
And then Porter has to back off it. And now they're reporting that the players are calling it El Promiso. I'm anti. I'm not for it. I'm not for it at all.
So before we let you go, and we always appreciate you being on the pregame show, we want to think about this game from an unbiased point of view, right? We're all Charlotte FC supporters.
I'm good at that.
We
part,
want the team to win,
part, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We want the team to win, just like everybody watching this show.
Yeah.
But when it comes to prediction time, we try to put our unbiased hat on and say, this is probably what happens tonight. Where do you stand?
It feels like a 3-0. It really does. Like, it feels like this is a team that is kind of bad back to front.
Right.
The weather's going to affect everybody. Big Pat's used to it. You know, I think that we've got a very good chance of having more Charlotte FC fans in the stadium than they've got Revs fans in the stadium.
Would be surprised.
So, and nobody's really got tape yet on what Abada's going to do in this team.
Right.
So the Revs can't plan for it. They can't figure out yet what he's going to do. And so
And they were smart. They would just run that run that he had from midfield and just sent to the top of the box over and over and over again in Cincinnati. And be like, don't let this happen. But
it feels like, for the first time I can think of in a long time, Charlotte FC goes into this match on paper the better squad, and we've got to prove it tonight.
and an underdog at your local bookies.
It can't just be a win, though. It's got to be something decisive. We've got to put away the chances we've had the last few matches. It's got to be a 3-0.
It's insane to think that the odds makers out there are calling this an underdog for Charlotte just based purely on home field advantage for New England because New England is bad. And I think it's probably unrealistic. I'm known for hot takes. That was an insane take that you guys just post gave that we would have more Charlotte FC fans in the house than at New England fans. I'll make fun of their attendance all day, but I don't think we're going to have more. I mean, that now I know the beers are flowing.
Yeah, I mean, the Nimbus is fantastic.
Yeah.
By the way. Fantastic restaurant.
I mean, I'm a hot take artist, but come on. How about this from Rob Barnes, though? I El Promiso Abado will score.
That's great.
Well played, Rob.
I want to call out the support team. You got somebody in here with a Tiger Smalls kit on, and I think it's amazing that there is that kind of support.
We should have got the guy with the Tiger Smalls kit on the show. That's my oversight.
That's why we love having you on the show, because you've done a great job of transitioning me into the next topic here on the show. Thank you. Appreciate you so much.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Always good to see you. We're going to be hanging out all game, watching this match together.
Yep.
See you again soon. Cheers.
You have another Nimbus.
So, Danny, this next topic, right? For me, is,
topic for us?
yes, I do. Specifically, and Justin brought this up, is if you look at this lineup, right?
I'm looking at it.
Breck Diagre and Liel Abada will probably be the first 2 players off the pitch tonight. Right?
You think about it? Really? You don't think Ajman? Oh, because his family's in the house. They can't stop him off early, right?
No, because Abada is somebody that was not
Match fit,
expected
right?
to start.
Right.
He has no
But
ability to go to full 90. Ajman does.
If he's good for 60, you want him from the start. That was the whole thing. That was the tip-off, by the way. As we talk about mind games that Dino's playing, but he gave the game away when he said, well, Liel's not quite ready to start, but he did play 30 minutes on Saturday and 45 minutes on Monday in a scrimmage that we had against NCFC from Raleigh. So I was like, so he played 75 minutes and he's not ready to go a week later? That didn't make any sense to me. So that's why I was kind of sniffing out early that Abada was actually probably going to start. I thought maybe the forecast of cold and the turf might. I was like, if Dean's going to bench Abada, it's because of the turf and the forecast. It's not because of fitness.
So this is why I gave Justin props for this transition, Danny. If Abada goes 60, 65 minutes and comes off the pitch, he mentioned Tiger Smalls and that great kid that we see here, who comes in and plays on that right wing for Liel Abada if there is a sub in the final 30 minutes of the match.
And we're assuming Arfield for Diago, obviously.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm not questioning that. On the bench, we got Tavares and Petkovic and just about nobody else who could sub in for Abada, so I'm going to say it's Tavares.
Tavares makes sense, Danny. Yeah, it makes sense.
I mean, the bench, it could be Urso. It could be Urso if we're leading and trying to hold on.
Vaughn Coleman.
I love you, Vaughn, for calling Braun going to Tavsky option, and I will go do my penance. I'm going to go do 45 Hail Brownies in the back because
45 push-ups.
Yeah, exactly. I should have. The fact that I discounted Bronico as an attacking option there is my bad on my fault. I apologize, and thank you, Vaughn, for pointing it out.
I appreciate everybody for being here. We've got a huge audience right now. Just about 10 minutes before kick, we've got the Final Four game on the background. In the background here, we're going to switch that over in just a few minutes.
NC State's trying, man. It's tough against Purdue. It's tough.
It certainly is.
Wolfpack. I'm not an NC State fan, but I rep for the Carolinas.
How could you not? Right? This is our home state, and we're wearing the Carolina Explorer kit tonight.
Well, you are. Or they are. They are. I'm wearing the OG.
We're gonna do that again. So, Danny, I just want to tell you, man, it's been a fantastic pregame show. It's been a really fun show.
Thanks to the Nimbus.
Nick Finelli? Are you kidding me?
Right, pitch side.
Pitch side. That's really special.
Yeah.
We're going to do more of that in the future. It's something that we wanted to try tonight to see if it would work. And I think it really served the audience in a way that I didn't expect it would. It was just really cool to see somebody at the stadium and talk to him on the pregame show.
That's a shout out to Nick. That's Nick's hard work and Nick just doing his thing.
And by the way, we should promote that Nick had a great interview this week with Nathan Byrne.
Right. Go to the CLTFC podcast. One thing, I love all the scene of Charlotte content creators and everything, but like there's a lot of similar names. So just make sure you're going to the CLTFC podcast. Nick Finelli, he's amazing. He does great work. And his long-form interviews are some of the best in the business.
Yes, 100%.
There's no doubt. And I say that as a former guest.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, I still haven't gotten the invite.
I think you got the invite. You're international, man. You got way too much going on. Sit for an interview, this guy?
I just want to shout out Christopher Gallagher, the Rev.
What's up, Rev?
Who's hanging out. I'm wondering where he's usually here hanging out. I don't see the Rev here. It's all right though. He's earned the bye week. He's been here basically every single week.
The Rev clearly has something going on, but he's chamming in on the live stream, so I can't hate. No doubt.
Len Kornacki coming in with
Love you, Len.
With a question. Which player scores first?
Ooh, Aji scores first. Ajman first goal of the night. Is he looking for betting advice here, man? I don't know. I'm going to say Ajman scores the first goal because I think they're so vulnerable in New England that a simple route one is going to work and open the scoring with a nice 7-striker goal.
I mean, I'm starting to dream thinking about, Justin's prediction of a 3-0. By the way,
he's not the only one.
That's like the third pregame show in a row where we predicted somebody on the show has predicted Charlotte FC 3-0, right? Against Columbus, it was you that predicted 3-0. Against Cincinnati, we talked about how I predicted, hey, why not 3-0? And now Justin's got 3-0.
This is a little side tangent, my 7th of the show, but no one ever predicts 2-0. No one ever predicts 2-0. They either predict 1-0 or 3-0 or 2-1. It's always that. No one ever predicts 2-0. I've noticed. It's kind of crazy.
Bridget McCall chiming in. Love the podcast community. Host of the Queen's Pitch podcast. Somebody else. that's done a fantastic job in the community. I think Ashley Westwood's wife, is it Becca
Westwood,
What a great episode that was.
Right.
On the Queen's Pitch podcast.
An evergreen episode that if you haven't listened to, there's no, go back to their archives and listen to it. That's one of the best they ever did.
I'm going to tell you this live here on the show now, right? Because typically we do our Sunday shows, always, we appreciate everybody watching us live here, pregame.
From London, from Dallas, parts unknown.
Our Sunday show, live in the afternoon, is always one of my favorite shows of the week. We're typically here at HopFly, and we're going to have a special episode tomorrow.
We've only been kicked off air twice.
We're going to have a special episode tomorrow. You know why?
Okay.
We're going to be live at Elizabeth Parlor.
Woo!
Why not go back to our roots? Why not go to Elizabeth Parlor Room and do a Sunday show there?
They deserve it.
We're going to watch the Chelsea-Sheffield match at 12:30. We're going to watch the Tottenham-Nottingham Forest match at 1 o'clock. And then we're going to go live after those matches at Elizabeth Parlor Room. The bearded bartender, Matt Morena, a great friend of the show.
I'm going to be drinking old fashions.
Yes.
That is a guarantee. And I believe there's even an MLS game in that window.
There is. Right? There's a 1:45 kick in MLS tomorrow as well. I believe it's an Eastern Conference team that's kicking. West.
Out west. We're double westing, but hey, that's fine.
I figured it was East since it was a 1:45 kick.
Whatever. We're going to be celebrating 3 points. We're going to have a grand old time.
Right.
For sure. So.
I wanted to drop that to you live here on the show that we're going to EP. We're going to EP
I love
tomorrow.
It. Yeah, that is breaking news.
We're doing the show live.
John just sprung that on me, by the way. That's why you always watch Charlotte Soccer Show to the end, because the good stuff. John absolutely just blowing my mind with that EPR brawl.
So come with us tomorrow. Watch some Premier League matches with us tomorrow.
Yeah, we'd love
in the
that.
afternoon, and hang out with us.
Come watch Liverpool lose and drop out of the title race for the rest of the season. That'd be fantastic.
But what we're going to do right now is we're going to watch Charlotte FC. And Danny, before we go, let's get your prediction.
All right, so shout out to the Rev with a clever for the crown, baby. Rev is predicting 4-0. I love that from Burl. I love the fact that Level Up Luke is watching from home with the boys. Fantastic, being just good dads all around. Len Cornacchia wants an Abada boom. I'm going to predict 5-0.
This was after my unbiased rant earlier on the show.
5-0, floodgates open, 3 in the first half, and then 2 more to top it.
I've got 2-1 Charlotte. I think we concede on the road this evening. And I think
Carlos Hill is good.
I think Charlotte FC scores 2 goals. One of them by the striker Patrick Ajiman, and the other by the full debutant, Liel Abada. Danny, I think it's 2-1 Charlotte FC in New England. New England struggling yet again to start their season, 0 wins. And Dean Smith gets the best of Caleb Porter, doesn't he, Danny?
Laser eyes. Choo-choo, choo-choo. I love it, dude.
Check our feed tomorrow, Danny Brams. After you finish watching this show.
I take that back. I apologize, kids. Tremendous friend of the show, Jeff Atmella, loves Caleb Porter, so I should not say that kind of stuff.
So we really appreciate everybody hanging out with us here today. I'm going to throw up our logo on the full screen here. The show's over. Thanks so much for being with us. You can see the match behind us.
It's pouring rain. Look at that.
The weather is
we might get kicked off again. We're showing Apple footage here, but
yes, absolutely. So we'll be back tomorrow. It's great to see y'all. Thanks so much. Thanks to Nick Finelli. Thanks to Justin Kurtz. Thanks to you, Danny Rams.
For the crown, baby.